Hi there and welcome. My name is Jason and good morning. I just got up. But yeah, wondering what else you can do with that sourdough starter that I mentioned in my previous video? Well, you can make sourdough pancakes. And so I provided the recipe in the description below. And I'm just gonna walk you through how to assemble it really quick. So if you'd like to come over here, I'm just gonna turn my heat up to medium because I'm gonna assemble this pretty fast and then we're just gonna start cooking one. And so as far as medium, whatever that is for your stove, if you like to see the fire, so like I would say like that is high, for example, and then that's about medium. So I would stick to a medium heat when cooking these. And I would use a cast iron skillet or a skillet that has a heavy bottom so that it conducts the heat really nicely for pancakes. So I have your starter sponge. I started this last night because that's how the recipe is. So you essentially mix the starter with rye flour, white flour, and sugar and water the night before. And this all does its thing overnight. As you can see, there's all these little bubbles. They're kind of popping like real time. So what I'm gonna do now, the next morning, so I just left this out overnight covered in a Corningware dish. The next morning, so I already mixed together. I have Bob's, it's an egg replacer product. So if you have these, awesome. If you don't have this and you actually use real eggs, you can do that as well. So I am just going to add these ingredients to it today. I have baking soda, cinnamon, and sea salt. And I also have some safflower oil. I've divided the recipe I provided below in half just because that recipe creates about 14 pancakes and I don't need that many. So I've halved the recipe if this looks like a smaller portion. It is. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add these ingredients. I'm just going to stir these in. And as you can see, it's very doughy and fluffy. It's like a big pillow of dough. It's pretty awesome. So you actually don't even need to use an electric mixer with this. You can literally just mix it up with a fork like I'm doing right here. Just to get those ingredients incorporated. Super doughy. That's exactly how it should be. So, and these are delicious. I really feel like the sourdough starter adds a whole another layer of complexity to the flavor that's just absolutely delicious. So, I have my skillet on medium heat. I'm just going to add a dash of safflower oil. And safflower oil is really nice. It has a great burn temperature. It doesn't burn easily, and it's a very neutral flavor. So I really love using this. And I'm just gonna ladle this in. So you can hear it sizzling there. It's a very fluffy dough. You can even feel it when you're ladling it onto the skillet. I'm just gonna set that aside. And I'm gonna use my FD time cube. I'm gonna set it to 1 minute. These are so awesome, especially with pancakes, because you can use these to time each pancake perfectly. So once you have your heat set perfect and your timer set perfect, you can get each side of the pancake perfectly golden in the way that you want. And you have something to remind you. So this essentially, by turning it with the one up, that means that in 1 minute, this alarm will go off. And so once it goes off, I'm like ready to flip it. So we're just gonna, as you can see, we're bubbling up here on the top. Sometimes I like to push the oil to the edges of the pancake just to kind of get it. Right. I love these. Oh, and one other thing you might want to do right now. I'm going to take the oven and I'm going to set it to 200 for this pancakes from there. Beautiful. So I'm just going to set that for another minute. In the meanwhile, over here, I'm setting the oven to 200 degrees. Because what I want to do as I finish these, I'm going to be putting them into a corningware dish in the oven. And, but yeah, it's just an oven. I mean, nothing too special about it, but it's a larger corningware dish as opposed to this one that I apparently put somewhere. But anyways, so yeah, this is going to go off in a minute, and this sourdough pancake is going to be ready to go, and they are absolutely delicious. If there's any questions you have about the recipe that I provided, please feel free to let me know in the comments below. And once again, this is how to assemble your own sourdough pancake. And my name's Jason. Thanks for hanging out.